Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to wish you a happy new year and blessings. And we thank God for all of you having seen the new year. I know a number of people did not see the new year. So we all thank God and appreciate that we are here today to keep sharing our business with our prospects, with our guests, and also as distributors to remind ourselves why we are in this business. I also want to thank Cynthia for hosting our presentation today. I think the people in Nairobi really help us in Near Life to get our business running. So this presentation is just for guests, people who want to have a look at what we do. So without further ado, I want to share the screen with you so that we proceed with the presentation. You know, time flies so quickly. Just the other day, I had it on my screen, a healthier and a happier place, starting with you 2024. And today, now we are starting 2025. And I pray and I wish for you that 2025 may be a fantastic year for your business growth, for your personal development, to have a better life, to have a happier life, to have a successful life. For those of you who are guests today, my name is Pascal Lowe. Betty and I live in South Africa. I'm trained as a civil engineer. We started this business for a very simple reason: to make extra money. And if you're a guest and you want to have a healthier and a happier place in your life, it has to start with you. You are the person who is going to make the most difference in your own life. So Betty and I started for a very simple reason: to make an extra $200 a month, because as a civil engineer, when you came to South Africa, my salary could not meet all the family needs, and as a growing family also, the more the family grows, the more the financial needs. But if your salary is not keeping up, you're in big problems. When we started the business, two things were happening. One is called inflation, and the other one was called progressive income tax. The more money you earn, the more tax you pay. So if you don't have another source of income, your life is going backwards. So we started to make an extra $200 a month. But after working the business for 7 months part-time, our income reached $1,000. That's when I decided this meeting was going to be my future. That's when our life changed. Betty and I worked very hard. After 3 years, I left my employment to go into this business full-time. So, just to share with you a few ideas, there are 4 ways that people use to generate income. The first is called a job. A job is when you work for somebody. After 30 days, they pay you a salary. It's good, but at least it gives you a chance to put food on the table, to look after your family and all that. There's a challenge with employment or a job. 2 things. One is technology. Technology has made it possible for employers to be able to produce more goods and services with less people. And because of that, employers are using less people. They're either producing the same amount of goods and services or more, but their costs are getting less. The other problem with the employment is that there's a lot of politics in the workplace. And when I started working, we were given a 40-40 plan. That means you work for 40 hours a week for 40 years and you end up with nothing. That formula no longer applies. The average person now changes 4 to 6 jobs in their lifetime or change careers because of the way the workplace has become very complex and competitive. So if you have a job, think again. The second method of generating income is called self-employment. This is when you have money, you save your savings, you borrow money, you mortgage your house, you get money to start a business, to provide a product or a service to the public. Self-employment is good because you determine how hard you work and how long you work. The challenge with self-employment is the business depends on your physical presence. For example, if you want to go for leave, if you want to attend to family issues, if you fall sick, you need to get somebody who understands what you do. Number two, somebody whom you trust, so that your business keeps growing. A very simple test to see whether you own a business or not is go away from the business for 30 days or 60 days. If the business collapses, you don't own the business owns you. The third way of generating income are big businesses. These are people who invest huge capital, they employ a lot of people to provide a product or a service to the public. Companies like Vodacom in Southern Africa, MTN, Safaricom PLC, Naivas, ShopRite Checkers. These are very large companies that employ a lot of people, generate a lot of revenue. But this way of making money is available to very, very few people, because the ordinary person in the streets like you and I don't have that level of capital. The fourth way that people use to generate income is investment. This is when you have money which is over and above your daily needs, you want to invest in a project or in an instrument that gives you a return on investment. You need two things: the skill and the knowledge of how to invest. So what do most people do? Most people hire people who have got the skill and knowledge of investment. These are essentially four ways that people use to generate money. There are other ways which are very specialized. For example, professional sports people, authors or writers or musicians, people who have got extraordinary talent, not only in what they do, but also how to market their services. The question is there an ideal business? Is there a business that anybody can look at a criteria to see that this is an ideal business to build wealth or to create wealth for you and your family? I think it needs to have the following criteria. Number one, you need very low capital to start. In our business, you will need between 60 and 100 US dollars to start a business that can become global. And the reason why this is so is because we reduce the barrier to entry into business. In our company, you need anything between 60 and 100 US dollars to start. The second criteria or element of an ideal business is you need to get involved in distribution of goods and services. Why? Because this is what people need. If you look at any product that people use, it goes from a manufacturer through a distribution system to the end consumer. And if you want to really succeed, get involved in distribution. I was reading a book called God Wants You to Be Rich. It's very, very good. The title may be misleading in terms that it sounds a rather, okay, cheap is not the correct word. It's an attractive title, but if you read that book, it's a very eye-opening book about the way the world economy is built. And in that book, I read that in the 60s, if you take any product, 50% of the cost of the product goes to manufacturing and 50% goes to distribution costs. In the year 2000 and beyond, if you take any product, 80% of the cost of the product is distribution cost, 20% manufacturing cost. Why? Because of technology, manufacturers have found very efficient and cheap ways to manufacture goods and services. So it means that there's a great opportunity for creating wealth in distribution. The third element is you need to have a global reach. Our company does business in 50 countries around the world. In Africa, we do business in 14 countries. The population base in Africa that the company is registered is about 450 million people. That simply means we've got very, very many people to serve with our product and services. The fourth element is leverage. Leverage is a very, I think leverage idea is as old as civilization, because for you to be effective in doing something, if you depended only on your time and effort, you'll never be successful. You need the cooperation of other people to become successful. Leverage is simply finding a means or a system where you can increase your time and your effort of doing business. The banks know this, that's why they open branches. The retail shops do this, that's why they open different stores. They leverage their services and they leverage the effort that they put into business. The fifth element is you need consumable, high quality products to have an ideal business. Why? Because consumable products have a repeat sale. You and I use soap today, you're going to use soap tomorrow. At the end of this month, you're going to buy soap. At the end of next month, the same. In fact, at the end of every month until the end of your life, you're going to buy soap to use. So soap is a very good product for a business. But another thing that is important in our business is high quality products, unique and high quality, because our business depends on a person to person interaction. And if people use your product and they're not satisfied, then some will tell you, some will not tell you, they just go elsewhere. So you need very high quality consumable products to have a good basis for building a business. The sixth element is you need a business system, which simply means a series of tools, procedures, and equipment that you need to put into your business so that your business grows with or without you. If you look at very successful businesses or companies, all of them have systems, standardized ways for building business. They have tools, they have procedures, they have equipment that they build their business in specific ways to grow their business. And the last element is you need is timing. Timing is very important because you need to know where the trend of business or trend of life is going. Now, what is this business I'm talking about? What is network marketing? Network marketing is the most efficient means of distribution of goods and services for taking a product from a manufacturer to a consumer. I'll give you an example. Our company wants to launch a product. They launch a product today, Monday. By Tuesday morning, over 2, 3, 4 million people know about our product. Why? Because the distributors get the information and disseminate information to all their customers with a lot of detail about how the product is used. This business is very simple. If you think about any traditional business, to get a product from a manufacturer to a consumer, you have to go through middlemen, advertising, retailers, wholesalers, transport, regional salespeople, middlemen who keep adding to the cost of the product without adding value on the product. Who pays for this additional cost? Is the customer or the consumer. So what we do in our business, we cut out any middleman. In between the manufacturer, Neolife, and the consumer, there's only a person like me, a distributor, to take that product to the customer or the consumer. So the money the company would have spent to pay all these middlemen, that money is available to pay distributors. So we don't have wholesalers or retailers, no advertising. The products are explained to the customers in person. And then we are paid for successfully referring customers to buy our products. The company has a way to monitor this process. Products are researched and developed on your behalf. That simply means you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Think about this. If you want to take any product and take to the marketplace, first step, design the product. 2, get raw materials. 3, do quality control. 4, put up manufacturing facility and equipment and systems. 5, you need to do quality checks. You need to register products in different jurisdictions or markets. Package the product before you actually get the product to the consumer. All that work, all that heavy load has been done on your behalf by Neolife. So you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. There are no qualifications required in this business except 3 things: desire for success, teachability, and hard work. Desire for success, this has to come from your heart and your mind. 2, Teachability, somebody will hold your hand to show you the way to become successful. Number three, hard work. Hard work simply means talking to people about our business opportunity. Neolife was started by Jerry Brasfield. Jerry Brasfield is a founder. At the age of, when he was a teenager, he had very, very serious asthma, and his mother gave him natural remedies. And when he recovered, he realized that there are many people who have health problems as a result of poor nutrition. And this is how the dream of Neolife started. But what has kept Neolife going for all those years? Because we believe in certain basic principles. The principles we hold dear to our business are five. The first one is called absolute honesty and integrity. We want our customers to know the truth about our products. We want our customers. Just one moment, I see somebody is excited on the screen on our behalf. Let me just set the screen. Just one moment, please. Okay. So integrity is very important in our business because we deal with people on a person-to-person basis. It's important to build good relationships in this kind of business. So absolute honesty and integrity is a foremost principle in our business. Integrity simply means you do the right thing when nobody's watching. The second element is people are number one. The most important resource in our business is people. If we don't have people, we don't have anything. The third element is products that work. The company has put together a group of scientists called the Scientific Advisory Board. Their job is to research and develop first-class products. The ingredients the company uses to make the health supplements come from the human food chain. All of them are tested for any impurities and toxins. Before the product gets to the marketplace, it's been tested, quality control done, and in fact, the staff members of Neolife use the products themselves before it comes to the marketplace. That is the level of confidence Neolife has about its products. The fourth element is equal opportunity for everybody. Everybody starts its business at the same level. Man or woman, old or young, 18 or 81, whatever race you come from, whatever country you come from, we don't care, except you have a dream and you're willing to work for it and to follow the advice of somebody more successful. That's how you become successful in the business. And then you need to have a long-range vision. Initially, we say you need to have a 2 to 5 year plan. We believe that if you follow the guideline of the person who brought you to the business or your mentor, in a 2 to 5 year period, you will be financially independent. Think about it long term. Betty and I have been in the business now. In fact, next year we are reaching 30 years. We've been in the business for 29 years. So think long term about this business. Neolife started in 1958 in the USA. It came to South Africa in 1971. 96, 97 went to East Africa. Then 99, 2000 went to West Africa. If you're a guest, this business has come to your doorstep today. Now, why do people start this business? For so many different reasons. In Africa, we do business in almost 14 countries. In West Africa, Ivory Coast, Ghana, Togo, Nigeria, Cameroon, Namibia in Southern Africa, South Africa, Eswatini, which used to be called Swaziland, Lesotho, Botswana, Mozambique, Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda. These are the countries where Neolife is doing business. It means we still have a huge number of countries that need our products and services. I think eventually we'll get there. These are the areas where the company does business. Now, why do people start this business? Some start the business because they want a better life for their children. Some start the business because they want to have better homes. Some start the business because they're sick and tired of their jobs or they're tired of their employment situation. Some are frustrated. Some want to support their parents. Some start the business because they want to buy good cars, have holiday homes, I think most people start the business because they want to make money. Making money is very important, I think, because money is not the most important thing, but I think it ranks somewhere with oxygen. There are three uses of money. One is a measure of wealth. Money is not wealth. Money measures wealth. Yes, I agree. Two is a means of exchanging goods and services. And number three is a store of wealth. So we need to learn how to make money. Some people start the business because they want to be physically fit. So you're starting the business with a company. 60 years, I've been in business over 60 years. In fact, this year we are going to be 67 years in business. So supported by a scientific advisory board, and we operate in over 50 countries around the world. We have four ranges of products. The first one is called the Golden Home Care products. These are products for cleaning the bathroom, the kitchen, the toilet, anything in your home that requires cleaning, we've got the products for you. The second one is a personal care range of products. These are things like hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotion. The third is the skincare range, or your nutrients organics, products for making your skin look neat and clean and protected. The fourth one is a health supplement. This is the highest selling range of our business. Your greatest wealth is your health. Then we have a fantastic product called Supergrow. This is used by farmers to help their produce increase in the yield. A fantastic product, economical, very versatile. It's a concentrate. One part of the product, you use 1,000. Excuse me. You use 1,000 liters of water. It's easy to use, safe to handle, has proven performance. Now, how does this business work? This business works when you do three things every day, called daily success habits. One, we use the products. Why do we use the products? Very simple, we are supporting our own business. Secondly, we want the people whom we recommend the products to know that we believe in what we recommend. So you use the products yourself. Instead of buying products from the other retail shops, you buy the products from Neolife. Because Neolife operates in over 50 countries around the world, we've standardized measuring the business using the PV system, which is a point value. 100 PV or 100 point value is equivalent to about 160 or 170 US dollars in value. The second thing we do in our business is we share the business opportunity, which simply means we introduce other people to be promoters and users of the product like ourselves. In this example, you've introduced 6 people. Each of those six people do 100 PV plus your own. You've generated a PV volume of 700 PV. You become a manager in the business. Your income is about $45 a month. Then you begin to teach the people you brought in to do what you do. Duplicate the process. In this example, the person on the top right corner introduces 2, and those 2 introduce 2. You'll generate a business unit of 700 PV, plus the other 6 gives you 1,300. You become a senior manager. Your income is about $90 a month. And then you begin to teach all these people you brought in to do what you do. That is, they build 700 PV units. 700 times 6 is 4,002 plus 100 gives you 4,003. You become a director in the business. Your income is between $580 and $700. Not everybody is going to join your business. Some people just want to use the fantastic products we have. They are your customers and you make a profit of 20%. Why? These people cannot buy from the company because they're not registered, so you make a net profit of 20%. The third thing you do every day is personal development. It simply means you learn to become a better person. Through training, the support system we have training sessions, reading books, attending seminars, you have support. The person who is your leader in your group will teach you how to be a better business leader. If you want to earn more money in this business, just help one more person become successful. If you help one person become a director, your income is about $1,000. If you help 3 people become directors, your income goes about $2,000 a month. If you help 6 different people become directors, you call them 6 legs, you become a president's team members, your income goes way beyond $5,000 a month. So at this juncture, I want to introduce one of the most exciting leaders in the East African region, a dear friend of mine. His name is Isaac Ndongo. Isaac Ndongo will give you a wonderful. Every time I sit back to listen to Isaac Ndongo's story, I am really fascinated. I want to go back to the beginning when the business is starting. I say, Mwalimu, I want to start the business again. Isaac, it's good to see you. How are the holidays?
The holidays are good. The holidays are good, and I am doing well, and it has been well. Thank you very much, Pascal. I have a little, but I hope I am visible and I'm audible too.
Okay, yes, you're audible.
Okay, thank you very much. So, thank you very much, and thank you very much for taking us through the presentation this evening. My name is Isaac Ndongo, and by profession, I'm a high school teacher, and now it's going to 11 years, because it will be 11 years come next March. And as I taught in high school, because I was born and brought up in Thika. Some of you may know Thika. And I went to school in the same place, and after school, I was encouraged, and I was told that if I worked very hard, I would get very good grades, and if I got these very good grades, I would get a very good job. And I believed my teachers and my parents, and I eventually landed in the university. And when I did that, something happened. I trained as a teacher because I was told that if I trained as a teacher, I would not lack a job. I was assured that if I trained as a teacher, I would definitely get a job. So I did that, and for sure I got a job. So I became a teacher, and I started teaching in the what you call the eastern part of Kenya. That is in Chogoria Meru, and I taught there for a while. And when I was still there, I'm married to Purity, and between us we have 3 children. And you see, what I had been promised, that if I worked hard, very hard, I would get a very good job and eventually get a very good, income. So it was not actually forthcoming. And at some point, I was getting frustrated. I was wondering what could have gone wrong. What really went wrong? I thought I worked hard in school. I did what I was supposed to do. I obeyed. I followed the instructions. Then I was wondering what could have happened along the way. So I continued teaching. And as it is very common in our country, teachers like working near their homes. So I got a transfer from Chogoria Meru and came very near Thika in a girls' school. It's called Rocho Girls. When I came there, I continued working. And I remember now, I was approaching actually 40 years. And the school where the school is located, it's somewhere down the hill. And I realized that whenever I would have the morning classes, I would literally run like a primary school child. I would run to school, and I was realizing at some point I was wondering, until when will I continue with this running? How long will I run to sustain my livelihood? Literally, physical running. And I was saying, there's something else I need to do. However, nobody had told me about Neolife. But occasionally in the staff room, I would tell my fellow teachers that for me, I'm not going to retire as a teacher. I want to do something else. I was feeling there was something else bigger that I wanted. I didn't know exactly what it was, but I was actually looking something within me. Then one day, Purity, who was by then teaching in a university, came home and told me that she had been invited to a similar meeting like the one we have today. That one was actually a physical meeting. So she told me she really wanted to go and have a look at the opportunity. So she was kind of giving me a notice. I wouldn't really say that she was asking for permission. She was kind of giving me a notice, telling me I've been invited. So I told her, it's okay, you can go and have a look at it. So she went, and when she came back, she told me, there's something I have seen, and we are going to do that. She didn't try to really explain to me much about it, but I asked her, did you understand the concept? She told me, I did not understand. But what we are going to do, we are going to start, and then we will understand along the way. That is exactly what we did. If you are a guest and probably have not understood much so far, let me tell you, in our business, what I have realized, you do not have to wait for you to get the very bit of the last concept. No, you start. And that is how we started the business. And now, when we started the business, the first checks were not, so amazing, especially the first one. It was actually 1,000. So basically, I know many people joined our business because of health. Others joined so that they may be able to travel. I have enjoyed all that. But I joined the business to get some additional income. That was why I actually joined. So now, our first check was actually $10, around $10. That was not really something to write a composition about. It wasn't really something, so good to talk about. But then there was that encouragement. You continue learning. And over the years, I have learned in our business, you have to do a lot of learning so that you can earn. The moment you learn, you actually remove the L and you are able to earn. So I continued learning. And as I continued learning, the money also started going higher and higher. It was really encouraging. For me, it was a great relief. I was so happy when I saw the second check. It was $300. That was roughly 30,000 Kenya shillings. It was really exciting, very net salary. Majority of us have been employed once in a while. When you get the money, when you get the gross salary, pay as you earn, pay as you eat, pay as you walk around. We have so many taxes that come in between there. And though you had a very good gross up there, by the time you are taking home what we call the net, sometimes it is very miserable. Now, my second check in Neolife was higher than my net from TSC. TSC is the body that employs teachers in Kenya. Now, that was very exciting. I was so happy about that. To me, I was happy that I could earn money in a different way from telling the students to look here, from teaching adjectives and nouns, which is a great job. But I was so excited that now I could earn differently. There was a different way of me to earn money. It was very, 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 very encouraging. So I really wanted to know more. Then as I continued to learn more, I started learning some basics in business. So I was no longer now going to be, I had to remove now the mentality of employment. This was a business, this was an area I could not afford to be giving excuses that I'm not going to work this month because I am not feeling well. Much as genuine that one would be, there would be no check at the end of the month. To give excuses, I have to be, was not to look upon any other person. There were days I would probably wake up and feel like I may not be able to make it to school today. Probably I would call the principal and explain my issue and say I may not be able to go to come to school because of 1, 2, 3. And depending on the mood and the situation of the principal, I would be allowed not to attend school. Definitely, I wouldn't even attend. I wouldn't attend school, or rather, I wouldn't go teaching over the weekend. And of course, like I would have very long holidays. And in all those days that I never really worked, the government would still pay me. Now I was told this is a different venture altogether. I don't work, there is no payment. Now for our guest, our payments for the month of December are coming tomorrow in Kenya. I don't know, probably in other parts of Africa, but we are going to start getting our payments tomorrow for the work of December. Now, I learned that I am only paid from the work that I have done. And that one was really, that was something that I needed to remove from my mind and get to learn that I'll be paid with what I do every month. Something else that I really helped me in this business is the element of growing. You aim at 1 million, for example, you want to be a millionaire, but the person you become before you get that million is far much better, is far much beneficial to you as an individual than actually the million itself. The million is good. Definitely, I would take and keep the money. But the person you become, and the business started helping me to grow. And the way I would treat people, we actually became different. I started seeing everybody as a potential distributor in my team. I started looking at people. I started dressing differently, apparently. Not that I was shabbily dressed when I was a teacher. I still used to try. But I realized now I had to go a little bit higher in terms of the way of my appearance. How did I appear before people? And the business started helping me. It helped me. How do I talk to people? How do I go about that? And as I continued learning, as I continued to grow, my check continued to grow. That was really encouraging. My third check hit 60,000, that is Kenya shillings, 60,948, roughly 600 US dollars. That is good amount of money. In fact, that was very close to my gross salary that I was getting from the government. And you can be certain I was over the moon. My check went on, and I found myself taking 1,000 US dollars monthly while I was still teaching. I want to remind you, I never stopped teaching immediately I got into New Life. I continued doing my teaching. I would explain things in literature. I would teach this and I would teach the other. I loved my classes. I still miss those classes. The only challenge was the income. Probably I would, because it's like the income from the government was coming down, and my dreams were actually going up. So at some point, I actually left teaching. So, and I told the government that they could now look for a replacement. It was very fast. There are very many teachers that are not employed in Kenya. It was very fast, and actually within 2 weeks, I was already replaced. And now I started doing this business full time. And let me tell you, The more I give the business more time, the more the business grew, the more the income, went higher and higher. Now I started developing other leaders. Now that is really exciting. So I would take somebody, I would show them the business, and eventually they would become what you call a director. And it is such an encouragement. When somebody becomes a director, you are able to get in Kenya between now around 70,000 to 90,000. That's a good amount of money. And I started seeing life changing, around me. And then something else happened. Travel. I was given a chance in the year 2015 to travel to South Africa with my wife Purity, and we went to a place called Sun City. It was such an excitement. I had never seen the inside of an airplane area. Now you can see a teacher coming from the classroom, and now you have just put him in an airplane. To me, life was really, really changing and changing fast. And this business opportunity, I look at it and overall, what it has done to me and to my way of thinking, my mindset, and everything, and it has really changed me. I look at it apart from the money, which continues to increase daily, day in, day out. I have grown. I look at life differently. I feel I feel now I'm more confident. I feel I'm able to face the world in a better frame of mind. I am able now to guide and to show other people the way that they should do the business and help them probably sometimes out of quite abject poverty. And I'm really excited about that. So I got a chance to travel and I was in that airplane. And let me tell you, when I traveled in 2015, the same year, we were taken back with Purity to South Africa again for what we call Ruby orientation. And I remember that time, we are the only ones from Kenya that actually qualified to go for that Ruby orientation. It was so exciting. It was very exciting. And then there was also special treatment in that from our own house, we never we were picked from our own house, taken to the airport, with all that treatment. And then it was such a good thing. For me, I was feeling like I was coming from an area you could never now imagine, you could not now compare the two people, the me and the person I had become, courtesy of this business. So I continued traveling. I think traveling to me has been really exciting. I'm so happy when I see different, countries. I get chances of, being in different countries. Whenever I travel, like last year, last year, 2024, we were in Mauritius. That was the second time. And the year before, that is 2023, we were in Europe. That is Turkey. And whenever we travel and get out of this country, I don't become the same person. And to me, neon life is more than an opportunity. And you know what I'm feeling today? I'm feeling like I'm starting again. I feel like I have such a great opportunity in my hands, and the future for bright. To me, I see a lot of hope in this business. The chances of expanding even this business are better now than they were earlier on, especially with the social media and all that. I'm able to reach to so many other people around me. Probably some of the challenges I faced, probably 1 or 2 minutes, challenges I faced when I was starting the business was majorly from my mindset because of the way I had been brought up. And I had been told the only way I could get a livelihood was through employment. Now, those of us that are from Kenya and some probably Africa and the larger world, we may have realized that even chances for employment have gone, they are diminishing every other time. And what happened is, my mentality was, I have to be employed by someone. I have to trade my time with to trade my time for money. And now I come over to the business part, and I'm taught something very different. One of the major battles I had was actually in my mind. I was wondering the connection between TNN, omega 3, those are some of our products for our guest, and something like adjectives and nouns. I couldn't see the relationship. But the beauty of it is that I would be paid at the end of the month. Another challenge to me, when I now look at it, was the starting of small. By the time I was joining this business, I had actually started on my second degree, master's. And when I came over here, I had to learn again. I had to calm down and agree to be taught. That's also another challenge, because sometimes we come as professionals, you're coming from this area, you're coming from the other area, and you feel like you know this business, and this one I know it, this one I can do it. Only to realize later, probably you really need to actually learn afresh. So those could have been some of my challenges I can actually pinpoint at this point. But I'm so excited about this business. I look at it now and I want to do it better and better. I want to help so many people to do the business and to change their lives. So I'm really excited about this opportunity. I look forward to 2025 to becoming a president's team member. I really look forward to becoming a PT. A PT is what is the entry point. I mean, the Afford to be director is the entry point for president team members, and I'm really looking forward to that. I hope by the time that Pascal invites me to share my story in December this year, I should be saying that I am a president team member. Thank you very much, Pascal. I really appreciate it, and I honestly want to tell you, thank you for giving me a chance to share my story. Thank you very much, sir. And to each one of us, Happy New Year, and may God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Isaac. I really appreciate your story. But December 2025 is too far not to hear your story again. We will negotiate that.
It's okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Isaac. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's really nothing I can add to that wonderful story. And for each one of you who is a guest, each one of you who is a distributor, you can be in the same position as Isaac and Purity. And the only thing is commitment. You see, there are two things in this business. Either you're committed or you're interested. What's the difference? Commitment means you do what needs to be done to be successful. Interested means that the first challenge you get, you offer an excuse. Anyway, so the other thing the company has done is to take advantage of technology. We have very efficient online services to build our business. If you register as a distributor, you can order the products online, you can do payment online, you can register new distributors online. You have your own back office, you can monitor and manage a business 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Training is done locally and internationally. I mean, I've seen people on this. I've been checking the people on attending this session today. I've seen people from Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Swaziland. I've seen some people from Malawi, from Zambia. I've seen some of our colleagues from Abuja, Nigeria. I've seen some of our friends from the USA. So this business is really international, and you can reach the whole globe because of technology. Delivery of products, the company contracts courier companies in every market where they do business to deliver products to our customers and distributors. Payment is done by online or mobile transfer money. Payment of commissions by EFT or mobile money. So the company tries to make the business as efficient as possible. One of the things we have done is we have partnered with some of the best sports people in the world, give them our sports nutrition, the sports performance protein, very good for sports people, for vitality, vitamin C. These are very, very good products. And why do these people use them? Because they know these are the very best products in the world for sports people. Convention, every year we meet in different regions. In East Africa, we meet in Tanzania, Dar es Salaam. In Southern Africa, we meet in Pretoria, South Africa, to share success about our products, about the business in different areas. If you want to get started, if you're a guest, speak to your sponsor or the person who invited you for this presentation. If you're in Botswana, you need between 720 and 1450 pula. In South Africa, you between 910 and 1980 rand. In Kenya, you need 9,200 or 11,700 shillings to get started. In Nigeria, 50,000 or 75,000 naira. Tanzania is 167,000 or 217,000. In Uganda, 238 or 295,000 Uganda shillings. In the USA, $75. In Togo, 45,300 or 60,300. In Italy, 64 euros. In Ghana is 700. I think this has changed. In Cameroon is 56,000 or 68,000 francs CFA. So this is what you need to grow to get started in the business. One of the principles we use in our business is called the power of leverage. If I give you $1 million or I give you 1 cent doubled daily for 31 days, what would you choose? The average person would choose $1 million without a heartbeat. But if you double 1 cent daily for 31 days, you end up with $10.737 million. That's the power of leverage. And we use the same principle in our business. So, success begins with a decision. If you're a guest, the first thing you need to do is to make a decision. Without that, nothing will happen. Second, you need to know what you want. What is your dream? What do you like to do? What do you like to achieve? Then you need to know what you need. You need to know what you want, and you need to know what to know and to do. That's called being teachable. Learn about the products, learn about the business, learn about how to become a leader, speak to the person. They'll hold your hand and guide you on how to be successful. The third thing is just sheer hard work, discipline, guts, persistence. And fourth is belief in yourself, belief in your sponsor, and the belief in the company in your life. If you have these four things, you're going to be very successful. What is next for you? The next thing is to make a decision. Get back to the person who invited you. They'll give you an application form. They'll show you how to get started. They will guide you, follow their guidance, follow what they tell you because they have an interest in your own success. That's the way our business is structured. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a wonderful audience. And Isaac, thank you very much for your story. And we wish you the very best. Good night and God bless.